What's going on, guys? Oceanometra here, back with another figure review video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Demoniacal Fit's Hero Waltz Gogeta figure.
I am not Goku or Vegeta, I am Gogeta! It's over, Janempa, I've come for you!
I got mine on AliExpress for about $46, super budget friendly. As always with Demoniacal Fit, let's get right into it. Packaging with Demoniacal Fit's figures look great. It looks a lot like the event exclusive figures from Tamashii Nations. As you can see, we get not a large amount of accessories with this one, or hands or faceplates for that matter, but still a decent selection nonetheless. He comes with a set of 4 faceplates, including the one that's currently on him, 5 sets of hands, including the fists that are on him, and then 1 extra hand that has a hole for the peg of his Soul Punisher Ki Blast. So right off the bat, we can just tell how accurately depicted Gogeta is compared to the Tamashii Nations 2.0 face sculpts that I don't know who they're supposed to look like anymore, or at all for that matter. I feel like that some of the 2.0s are heavily lacking in the accuracy department when it comes to the character they're supposed to be depicting, but we can tell right here this Gogeta looks great. I would say between the Kameyone Gogeta figure and the Demoniacal Fit Gogeta figure, Kameyone's faceplates tend to lean more on the manga accuracy of the characters, as opposed to Demoniacal, where I think it leans a little bit more into the anime accuracy. I'm more of a fan of the anime portrayal than the manga portrayal with the super large angular eyes. I really like how Gogeta's face looks here. The line work in his forehead is great, and under his eyes. I love the fact that this is the DBZ Gogeta. So the difference between the DBZ and the DBS Gogeta is the color of the sash. Dragon Ball Super's Gogeta is a little bit lighter colored sash and around the boots. This is yellow instead of orange. With this one, you know, obviously it's orange. It's a darker blue on the sash and around the ankles. So let's get into articulation. We got a lot of great head movement here. It's on a ball peg, so you're going to get a lot of range with it. The only thing that might be blocking it is, I would say, maybe the top of the vest right here, so you can see where it starts to hit it. We get the halo on there as well, which can come right off. Chin to chest, and you don't have to worry about the faceplate popping off with this. Some figures, when you start to push their face a little too far forward, their faceplate just pops right off. This one doesn't have that issue, which is great. So with the shoulders, you can angle it just right with these pads. Should be able to get a pretty decent T-pose. My right arm isn't going up as high as my left one. I don't want to force it. I'm not a fan of forcing it just for I don't like to risk it for the biscuit when it comes to figures. So my right arm doesn't come up as high as the left one. Oop. But still decent T-pose. Butterfly joints in the shoulders. Almost fully crosses his arms. You just can stack fists on fist, which still really good for SH Figure Arts. Some figures you're lucky if you can get them even past being parallel to each other. Swivel on the bicep joint. Double jointed elbows. Wrist joint is pretty nice, pretty snug. Another issue I get sometimes is the ball peg and the hand can be a little too loose, so the hand just pops right off too easily. This one still has some force to it, some give. Ab crunch can go about that far with the ab crunch, that far back. And when it goes far back, it doesn't look bad either. Sometimes you'll get that gap right between the chest and the abs, but they did a really good job hiding that. Full 360 twist at the hips. The sash has a little bit of articulation to it as well, like most of the other Goku figures that have a belt, or even the Gogeta SH Figure Arts. It's on like a little peg right here that lets you swivel it. And we have the standard 3.0 hips, so he can get pretty far into splits. I wouldn't say a complete split, but pretty deep. Usually with these hips, you would get a full split with them for the 3.0s. For some reason, I don't know why his doesn't. And when I first opened him up, it felt like something might have been blocking it, or I might just need to loosen it up a little bit, but it also was giving me a little bit of pushback, and I wasn't gonna snap the peg right there just to figure out if that was what the issue was, but ooh, nice. Full 360 pivot on the hip. Sometimes they'll have a little stopper that only lets you go so far on each side. That's good that we get full range on that. Double jointed knee. Can go back pretty far. I kind of wish there was a little bit of a boot swivel. I know Kwame, I believe they said they have articulation up here. And for the price that they're charging for that one, which is cheaper than their other figures, I might get it just for the sake of comparison. I'm probably gonna get the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta figure from them. But I do wish that this had a little bit of articulation to it, similar to Tamashi's Tanjiro figure that has articulation right here. But ankle joints are okay. Fully up, it's 90 degrees. It doesn't go further past that. Down, pretty far down. The left one goes a little bit further down than the right one for mine. Decent around the range of toe hinge. Almost 90 degrees, not quite there, but now let's get into some face plates. So out of the box, he has a stoic, serious face. He has a cocky, smirking face, a teeth gritting face, and a shouting or powering up face. Now let's get into the hands. He comes with a pair of fists, a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of grabby hands, or what I like to say is 3.0 equivalent of grabby hands, a pair of martial arts fighting stance hands, 2 open palm ki blast hands, and last but not least is the hand with the peg hole for his Soul Punisher ki blast. One thing that I'm running into as I'm changing out the hands is that this part tends to pop off. I've seen people post about this happening to them as well. I don't know why they didn't glue this together. So I'm gonna have to put a tad bit of Gorilla Glue on there just to prevent that from popping off every time I want to switch the hands out. And now that we're in the accessories, so this is like the only accessory that it comes with aside from obviously the hand pieces. It has a little peg that's attached to it that goes all the way through into the ki blast, and then it goes right into the little peg hole right here, pops right into place, all nice and snug. And boom. All in all, I'll have to say this is a great Gogeta figure. Demoniacal Fit really outdid themselves with this one. I'm really curious to see how the Kameyone one comes out. The only Tonson Art figures that I currently have are the 2 Kid Buu figures, one of which anytime I try to swivel its bicep it just pops right out, and the other one I just haven't opened yet because of the first one making me afraid. But really curious to see how this one and the Kameyone one compares. If I was to give this a rating on a scale from 1 to 7 Dragon Balls, I'd probably have to say that this is a 7, honestly. It's a great figure. I have no qualms with it. Articulation's on point, it looks fantastic, paint job looks great, the face sculpts look great. I have no complaints about this, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have this one or plan on getting this in the future, I'll put a link in my description for where I got mine from on AliExpress. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I drop a figure review video. Until next time, peace.